Hi, I'm Maren Brown, and I am an artist that lives and works in Northampton, Mass. And I'm really pleased to be here to be part of Eight Visions and grateful to the Attleboro Arts Museum for making this happen. I have been working in egg tempera for about 30 years, and the paintings in this show are entirely composed of egg tempera. So, what is egg tempera? So, a lot of people are really surprised to learn that I create my own paints using egg yolk, pigment, and water. And one of the cool things about egg tempera is that you can um, put lots of different layers on egg tempera, and then the different layers show through on the final painting. So you kind of feel like you're looking through a deep lake at the bottom of the lake, and that's really amazing. The other thing is I create egg tempera in a slightly unconventional way. I usually start my paintings by using plastic that's crumpled up, sea sponges, and other kinds of things that create interesting textures. And then I work into the painting until I'm finished. I'm coming to the end with very, very fine brushes, and all of the materials will be on display in the exhibit. This painting behind me is part of the Manifestation series, which is one of three series that I'm showing in the exhibition. And Manifestations comes from this idea that art carries forth the energy of its maker, of the people who take a look at the work in museums like the Attleboro Arts Museum, as well as collectors. And that energy, I felt, is a great kind of way for me to contribute to, in some way, to the healing of this very difficult time that we are in as a nation. And so these paintings are really dedicated to bringing forth energies that I feel are needed right now, like this one, which is about courage. So you can see that my work is abstract, and I love the freedom of abstraction. And it's not, I'm not interested in creating lifelike images, but images that might evoke something lifelike is what I'm seeking. Another series that I brought for the show is my original series, and I have two paintings that are part of that, and it's devoted to the work of DNA. And I am not a scientist, but I was really taken by the fact that 99.9% of all of humanity shares the same DNA, 99.9%. And that 0.1% that's left over makes us entirely unique and unlike any other human being on the planet, which I think is incredible. And so I researched, like many artists who get excited about a project, and I looked in scientific journals and I researched the history of DNA. And the paintings all share imagery that I found in scientific journals of DNA, the actual DNA. We're sort of used to seeing the double helix as an abstraction of DNA, and these were really based on the reality of DNA. And I thought that was really interesting too. DNA is very complicated in its ethical issues. It has a lot of promise, and it's used in lots of different fields. And these paintings are really exploring that theme. The final series that I have on display is a tribute series, and it's a kind of coming home for these paintings. These paintings are dedicated to my former spouse, who was diagnosed with brain cancer and died 5 years ago. And I spent a lot of time here because my spouse grew up in Mansfield, and Pat's family still lives in Attleboro, and so I come here quite a bit and spend time. And so those two paintings are really a way of kind of a full circle with Pat's life. So with that, I just want to say thank you for coming to the show and for hearing about the thoughts that I have about my work.